Okay, is this working? All right, I'm gonna try. I don't know why it just keeps freezing on me. All right, there, I think we're back again. And we're going back over here to see Piggy. There's Wanda again. And Piggy's over here somewhere. Here he is. There's little Piggy. And I try to give him some mud all the time for him to play in. And I've been working on creating a new area for him on the other side of the barn, which the guys just left from working on that today, to give him a little bit more space. And then we have over here, which is probably a little bit more entertaining, Freddie show, which goes on all day, every day. They're playing. This is not a fight. This is play, and it just goes on and on. Oops, oops. So these two stay in this little tiny paddock for the day, and then they go out in the big paddock up there at night, and then the horses come in here. And the reason I do that is because the four of them can't go out together because Angus and F.Freddie are both intact boys. Hold on. They're both boys, and they fight over their love for Sunshine. So it becomes, and they actually will fight. Well, not really fight with each other, but Sunshine's about to kick them in the head, so I have to separate everybody. There's Angus. Hello, Angus. Hello, Angus. Angus is a good boy. Well, sometimes he's a good boy. He was kind of naughty yesterday, but he got better. We got off on a naughty foot. So there's Angus. For those of you who miss little Angus. There's his little nose. Good boy. Good boy. And there's Chester up over there. So, anyways, I just wanted to repeat what I said before for those of you who are just joining us. Carlene is not here. All that mess over there, by the way, is I'm putting in a new fence over there. And they put the holes in, and they haven't put the posts in, so I didn't want anything to fall in the holes, so I put buckets, so nothing would fall in the holes. That's the mess. So I was talking about earlier the fact that Carlene has decided not to come down to Aiken. So we canceled her flights, but we have a credit so that we can reschedule them at any time. I think she was a little nervous about coming down, and she's looking for excuses. And so with everything that's going on in the world, there are lots of interruptions in airfare, air flights and things like that. So she just decided that she'd rather wait. So we're waiting. But I'm coming back on April 5th, like mid-April. So it may be a moot point because I may be home by the time she starts to want to come down here. So we'll see. But she is not here today. Grass is always greener on the other side of the paddock, especially when you're in a dirt paddock. There's grass growing up there now, which is good. But there's nothing in this dirt paddock. So that's what we've got going down around here. Betsy's home. I'm talking to Elizabeth. We have a job tomorrow in Salem, which is Elizabeth is going to do. And usually it's a very small job. There's usually not a lot of people there. So, but it's on the schedule and we're booked. We talked about, I need to get more vigilant about calling people the night before and kind of confirming so that they remind. It's a really long drive. Getting to Swampscott, distance-wise, it's not that far, but when you have to go through, there's no major highway to get there, so it takes a long time to get there. And it's always nice if we're going to go to Swampscott, then we should see as many nursing homes in Swampscott in that day, and not just go and visit this one that has 7. Usually, the last time we went to visit, I looked at 7 people there. So I'm going to give them a call tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, to remind them that we're coming, and hopefully they'll get more people in the activity room. That's kind of rare because most of the time when we go, we get a good showing and everything else, but not all nursing homes are alike. So that's, and then Friday, I've got the job down here with Pruitt Health, and the group is really excited about, I'm bringing Angus, and the group, if it's nice out, I'm gonna bring Angus, and I've been promising them, because that's the place where we have the receptionist that doesn't really like animals. It's always challenging to bring Angus, he's gonna play with the bucket now, to bring anything other than dogs inside the nursing home. So I know the projects that we're working on in Ipswich. Bella is, I have been in communication with Bella about the training of Willow and Mandy. I had a conversation with both Judy, Elizabeth, and now I'm going to talk more about it with Bella. It's time to really start getting Mandy and Willow into the program of going to nursing homes, and their training needs to be a little bit more focused so that they're ready to go. Which also brings to the fact, it's like I deal with, I guess I'm the director of logistics, is the red Toyota, which now has been dented. I don't even know what's going on. Judy and my mother have been in 2 car accidents, and then somehow something hit it the other day, and there's another huge dent in it. So it's too small in there. I get claustrophobic when I've been in the Toyota. It's a Toyota 4Runner. I've been in there with 4 Great Danes, and it's so crowded, and it's just not the right vehicle. And when you have dogs in the back, if you have 4 Great Danes in the back, you don't have room for anybody other than the Great Danes. You get to have 1 passenger. But when you're bringing 4 Great Danes to places, you really need 2 people. So we are in a little bit of a quandary over seating and in cars, because the 4Runner, my mother took out the back seat. So she and Judy have gone and looked at some vans, and we're trying to find a van that we could use where you could carry 4 people, and an extended van that would have room for 4 dogs in the back. Plus you could put a rabbit in there. It's strong enough to pull a horse trailer. Trading in my mother's Toyota would give us that, but then it doesn't give a car for my mother to drive around with. So if you know of anybody that's retiring from driving, then we're going to try to get a nice little kind of beater box. The Volvo that we had, we drove it for 3 years and loved the Volvo, but it needed repairs that were beyond our ability to pay for the repairs. So we ended up selling it and putting the money towards Goldie's Farm. So we would love to have another kind of beater car that we could throw a dog in, and maybe a couple cages and hay bales on the top and things like that. So once we get the van, it's really like we are a mobile business now, and the mobility, like we use my truck, I've got a truck over there, my big gray truck. If you look back, that's parked right there. That truck and trailer is going to bring Angus tomorrow. I've got my Armada that a lot of times I just go with the dogs in my Armada, which has a big back seat. I can carry the Iris and Violet, and then Wanda. So, and if I'm just bringing those animals, then I bring my Armada. Although I've taken the chickens and Wanda in the Armada, because it's very spacious in there. But we need all of these cars down here, and then we're really relying on the Toyota up in Massachusetts, and it's the wrong car. So we finally accepting the fact that Goldie's Farm is an ongoing entity. So we got to up our game and start getting for everything again, trying to move back towards the house. So the status, I'm trying to think of anything else going on. My mother is putting some doors on the kennels in the ICU building with Bow. Not really sure what the plan there is. I believe it's for Bella to continue training. I guess Bella has someone who's looking for a service dog, and she's gonna train the service dog. But it's a service dog for, she told me it's not for balance, it's for something else. Maybe seizures, I think it was. So she's going to work on that. And get this, it's not a Great Dane. So that'll be fun to watch her doing that. I guess everything else is running along. I don't know of any other updates that we have going on with the farm. We've got, I really like looking forward into the calendar in April, May. People are really just going right in and booking, and we're getting full already for those months. So Goldie's Farm's, having a second option of bringing animals. So I see that in 2026 we're going to have a team of people down in Aiken, South Carolina, going to nursing homes, still working to make sure that that's covered when I leave in April. And then we're going to have a team in Massachusetts, 2 teams in Massachusetts going to visit nursing homes. So the more people that we can get doing what we're doing, the better, right? So let's see what I've got. If you guys, when is Carlene coming down? Right now, she is not coming down this week. That she's concerned about all of the craziness that's happening in the world. So we canceled her tickets, but we still have tickets. So we just have to reschedule them for another date. And we just don't know when she's going to feel comfortable. I don't know if she's making excuses or is she just... Wanda, Wanda, come on. Wanda, out of there. Wanda, out. Wanda just ignores me all the time. Come on, Wanda. Good girl, Wanda. There she goes. So I'm not sure if she's just making excuses or... but I do see that the travel is being hijacked. I shouldn't use the word hijacked. They're interrupted with long lines and things like that. And she just is she was concerned because she wants to bring Larky, and if she gets stuck someplace, and all that stuff can happen when you have this kind of stuff happening in the world. So she would like to wait till the world calms down, which is no one really knows when that's going to happen. So I have a feeling I'll be going back to the North Shore, Massachusetts, before she's down here. TSA lines are terrible because there's the strike is impacting the TSA lines, so there's lots going on. So I think that's all. I'm sorry this is non-eventful. It's much more fun when Betsy's here. My tenant just arrived home from you guys all know Michael. He just arrived home with a sunburn, so he's been out doing horsey stuff all day. So he went in to clean up animals. So that's all we got going on. If you have any other questions, will there be horses coming back to Goldie's when? Yes, my 2 horses are coming back with me in the trailer, so they'll be coming back. And I'm not sure. I talked to Elizabeth tonight about where we want to bring them. I think they're going to go back and forth because it's nice to have some big equines at Goldie's to see, but then again, the big horses can sometimes push around the little horses, so we got to figure that out. But yes, the horses are going up to Massachusetts. My thought was we'd keep the donkeys in the arena and in Tanner's, and do what I do here. It's like everybody's, the horses go out during the day, they come in at night. The donkeys have full range of all the way through the donkey stall. So we're talking about making a few slight little changes to make life a little bit easier this summer for just caring for the animals. I think Elizabeth might be a little bit burnt out because it's a lot of animals up there to take care of. I know I'm taking care of, I don't know, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, yeah, eight animals if you include Wanda. And F.Freddie and Angus are going back up to New Hampshire with Michael and Fred, so they will not be coming back to Massachusetts, but we'll probably see them down here again next year, so that's good. Would it be okay if Elizabeth gave us the tour of the loft apartment? Sure, yeah, absolutely. We had somebody in there today putting in a shower, so I'd like to see that as well. Well, I kind of ran out of money, and so there's a few things that I didn't finish in Massachusetts. So I have someone working up there this week finishing up those projects, and I think he put in a shower. Well, Adriano, the fence guy, I call him the fence guy, but he does a lot more than fencing. And he's putting in the shower, because I take a shower, I don't have any walls on my shower. So that'd be nice to have some walls, and just cleaning up a few other things. So hopefully it'll be nice when you guys get the tour, and it will be nice when I get back to Massachusetts. It's going to be hard going from, a big house to a small space again, but I can live with that. And because a bigger house just means more to clean, right? I don't use the upstairs. Really is designed for people to come visit, so I don't really use the upstairs. I just have my bedrooms downstairs here, and yeah. So Betsy was upstairs. That has a couple bedrooms up there, so she can, and an office. So she was and we had nice. It was a good amount of space. But down in Ipswich, it's very small upstairs above my mother, and my mother's not a great neighbor to have. She does have that, I call it the Oompa Loompa music, going all hours of the day and night. What is it, Andre, whatever that guy Andre, and so that's going to be something I'm going to have to adjust to again. But life will go on, right? And her health is doing really well. I think she's really doing well. There's no, other than she forgets and somehow she hits that life alert button all the time. So she's got the life alert button now bubble wrapped so she doesn't accidentally hit it and have the ambulance show up. But her health is doing great. She's really, she's just bored. And so that's why I was like, well, come down here. But that's not, I don't think she wants to solve it for that much. But Judy's back, and I know that they've been out looking at vans, so that'll keep her occupied. And she's working on finishing the doors in the ICU so that Bella can have 2 bays in the ICU for her training. We're just following Chester, who's looking for his dinner. This is his polite way of saying, "Where's my dinner?" He just stares at me like, feed me, feed me. Yeah, that music is loud. You guys can probably hear it on the cameras. So it's very loud to live right upstairs from. But I do have those little things that you put in the ears, the earplugs. Yeah, sometimes I sleep with those. Probably, yeah. It's always an adjustment. Yay me! But it'll be nice to get home and see all the animals up there and. Get back to bringing animals, like a full suite of animals with Elizabeth and Judy, and get it going. We're going to be in full gear starting May 1st. Is the like we did last year with with Agnes the donkey and the minis, and yeah. So it's another year. We are charging forward and growing as we go. So it's all good. It's all good. What we do is pretty remarkable. So thank you. I need soundproofing, exactly. Thank you all once again for everything that you do with supporting us through the Henny Penny board. And another month will go by and we're still in business and still strong. So I appreciate that. Okay, so if anybody needs anything, you know how to reach out to me, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday. All right. Elizabeth will be back tomorrow. She's highly entertaining, unlike me. All right. Thank you. Bye.